Welcome back, guys. We just destroyed the military base, the mutant making lab, and we're gonna turn this into Vault 13, or at least talk to the guy there. I'm so goddamn impressed with this game and the story. It's a great feeling of achievement. Like, obviously I love Daggerfall, but this game really beats Daggerfall on feeling a sense of achievement in the main quest. It's just in Daggerfall it's just pretty weird, and it has other strengths, of course, but the main quest isn't one of them. I mean, compare this like creepy lair and the master down under the cathedral, and also that military base, to the goddamned Mantellan crooks of Daggerfall. Yeah. Anyway, I really love this. It's a great sense of achievement, blowing that place up. And yeah. Would be interesting to make a really evil run of this game. Since I was thinking Conrad has done so many screwed up things, but still we're taking the good route in the main quest. Let's talk to the... Can't talk to him?
What news of the mutants?
No.
All of them?
No.
What about the mutant leader? What about this so-called master?
No.
He must be stopped. If not, he could rebuild his empire of mutants and would certainly strike back at us. The vault will not be safe until the master is dead.
Okay. That's what I was expecting, kind of. Yeah, anyway, I'm thinking, like, I'm so happy with this playthrough. Conrad is not the typical kind of evil or good guy. Just some kind of chaotic, probably chaotic neutral. But yeah, I would like to see explore these options as a evil guy as well, just helping the master, or yeah. I mean, I talked about that also. Like, I think it's very interesting to see the game options for evil character, but I'm not sure if I could make it. Like, it's such an investment to play a game like this many hours and just keep doing evil stuff all the time for no apparent reason. Could be just maybe just would start disliking the character too much and no sense of achievement. I don't know, I might do it sometime. So I realized we have this as well. I was looking for quests that we haven't done, but the data we downloaded from the computer, this was super interesting and explains a lot of the backstory. Richard Gray audio diary. I'm dying, I need to get this down before the pain overwhelms me. I can't believe that I was finally able to drag myself out of that vat. The slime did not affect me, but I nearly drowned. I don't know what happened to Harold. He was standing right next to me when the crane knocked me into the vat. He must have been killed, or he would have tried to help me. Francine is dead, killed by one of those robots. So this is actually the doctor guy that Harold was talking about when he mentioned their trip to the military base. I have no idea how much time has passed. I was able to hack the computer to turn off the robots and record this, but now my mind is slipping away. There is much pain. The green slime that I was immersed in is the source of all the mutation we traced to here. My skin is to fester and peel. In other areas it's bubbling and starting expelling a green mucus-like substance. Some days the pain is almost tolerable. I can actually walk a few steps again. It seems inconceivable that I dragged myself all the way up here from the vat room. Strangely, I'm actually feeling stronger, though I'm still in a lot of pain. Everything seems to be getting smaller, so I'm guessing he's growing, becoming bigger. I think I consumed one of the mutated things scurrying around here today. Before I knew what was happening, some sort of tendril had sprang from my stomach and covered the poor creature. As soon as it had sucked the rodent into my gut, I could actually feel its mind, I think. There is the very real possibility that I'm going slowly insane and can no longer differentiate between what is real and what is hallucination. Maybe I'm still slowly dying in the vat and I've imagined all this. Things are becoming clear to me every day. This toxin has actually improved my mind. I feel that I can understand even the most complex philosophical questions simply and directly. It's as if all the layers of artifice have been stripped away. I wonder what would happen if I submerged an animal in the vats for a prolonged period of time. Would it gain awareness? So this doctor is like starting to think about experimenting on animals now in the vats. The strangest thing is happening to the animals. They actually become smarter and more aware of their surroundings. I dipped a dog and a rat at the same time today, and they were fused together. It's not quite two creatures anymore, but it's more than one. Perhaps this is the future, a coming together of different creatures in some sort of harmonious unity. I no longer consume the different animals I create simply for sustenance. I have become the instrument through which unity will be achieved. I'm so much more than a human being now. It is time to bring others into the glory that is the unity. A lost soul has finally strayed into my home. I was so surprised I consumed him before dipping. A mistake I shall not make again. His mind was so primitive as to be repulsive to my refined cognitive abilities. I've begun to modify myself to be more pleasing to the unity by injecting small doses of the virus into my body. The slime in the vats is a man-made virus called the forced evolutionary virus. This information was acquired from my newly grown neural link with the base computer. So this guy basically just stumbled on some experimental thing left by before the apocalypse, I guess. The few wanderers that have found their way here have been a disappointment to me. They can't seem to mutate correctly. The best I've been able to create are some big and dumb mutants. Most can recall nothing from before I initiated them into the wondrous unity. I only feed on them for fuel now. Their minds are nothing to me. O glorious Creator, I have succeeded in spreading the complete joy of unification to another soul. Unlike the others, his total radiation count was low. I believe this is the factor we have been overlooking all this time, as it seems the conversion is more successful in the cases with less radiation damage. I have never known such glory as I felt when taking his mind into our own. We are beginning to create an army dedicated to unifying the wonderful diversity of life. We have trained them to continue our work here while we search out more populated areas to take into ourselves. We are beginning to feel the limitations of a body that is mobile. We must find a permanent home with a greater store of knowledge and a steady supply of biomass. And the last entry, we have stopped increasing ourselves until we can find this new unification center. When we have arrived, we will continue to grow and feed until we have brought peace and unity to the entire world. I mean, I love this. It's so good. I was just talking about how it's more interesting with a chaotic, neutral character than it is with a pure evil character. And obviously this guy is this is a master talking, so Richard Gray turned into the master, I assume. This is my interpretation. And he's like, we see him as evil, but in his mind he's doing something that is beautiful and bringing everyone together in a unity. And that's always like it's so interesting. It's good, it's well written. And I'll just quickly summarize this Captain Maxon's diary. This is like a story of he was sent to oversee this newly built military base which we just destroyed. And they realized he was just a military guy, and he realized the terrible experiments the scientists were doing on humans, and he started interrogating them, and like basically a mutiny against the government. And the scientists were saying that the government were giving the orders for these experiments, and Yeah, he's basically starting interrogating and killing scientists, and yeah, full-blown mutiny against the government. And then after the apocalypse or the nuclear war, he leads all his people from the military base down to the Lost Hills bunker, and so this is basically the backstory of the Brotherhood of Steel, because he became the leader there. And I think I remember a Maxon down in the lowest level of the bunker, that when we had our little rampage over there, so kind of feel worse about that now. But anyway, that's the short summary of the backstory of the Brotherhood of Steel. All this is so... I'm so glad I did this before playing Fallout 2. So we'll go down to the glow first as well and try to see... I want to see if I can get some more experience and maybe get close to level 18. Take some Rad-X and go down and try to fix this power... Okay, here's the power generator. Let's try if we can get it to work again with our new... We've looked at many pictures in Dean's Electronics. Yes, you start up the generator and all systems seems to be coming back online. You earn 1,000 experience. Nice! So we can use this elevator now, I guess. I'm so happy I did this. We'll use the blue key card on here. The elevator is inoperable. Yeah, okay, we need to turn on the power management, primary power, reinitialize power. Oh wow, look at this. I mean, shouldn't we get some extra experience points for that as well? Making this place so... Okay, so these guys are waking up as well. The defense robots, or whatever. Maybe we can do a bunch of things here now. Maybe the supercomputer is more friendly or something. I don't know. Should you... I mean, Sentry Robot was killed. I think destroyed is probably a better term for robots. Alright. By the way, I should... now we get into combat, we should take a look at these perks. Okay, we can choose bonus move again. Let's see if we got anything new. I don't think so. Explorer. No, I don't think there's any, I can't see any new ones. Mutate. We can change out one perk for another. I almost would like to change out Jinxed, but it's... I mean, that's so much part of Conrad's story. So a mental block. Mental block is the ability to tune out any outside mental interference. You must have learned this talent from a passing guru or from a really late night at a bar. I don't think I saw this before. Outside mental interference? I don't know what that is even. I'm kind of intrigued by this also, the Life Giver. I mean, if you put many levels in this, so you would get like 8 or 12 hit points each level up. That should make you a super tank. But we'll keep going with this bonus move, I think. It's so cool. Alright, 3 levels into bonus moves. We can move 6 squares now without action point cost. I think that's awesome. Alright, it's gonna be interesting to see the last level of this place. Just gonna save. I wonder if this means that all the robots are now up and awake. Yeah, maybe. Okay. No! Didn't mean to do that. Thought I had my Ripper. $1,600. I mean, okay, there's lockers in here, so hopefully some. I mean, there has to be some great reward also for managing to getting down to this level. Or maybe it's a part of some quest. I don't know. Okay, guns and bullets and combat armor. Plasma rifle. Not exactly what I was looking for, but there's one more locker here. Okay, a strange looking diskette of some sort. Perhaps it can be used in your Pip-Boy. Alright, we'll take it. Let's see. Use. Downloading data. Have a nice day. You earned 200 experience. So, let's see what that did. Status. Okay, we got a FEV experiments disk. Alright guys, once again I'll summarize this. This is really interesting. This is 2 years before the other thing we read with Captain Maxon's rebellion against the government. So this details how they in this place started experimenting with this forced evolutionary virus, and they start on flatworms and move up to mice and then rabbits. And they get them to be more intelligent and agile and grow more muscle mass, stuff like that, and also become immune to cancer. And it's so well done because in the next to last entry here, they are experimenting on chimpanzees. Growth and immunity levels are unprecedented. Attempts to induce cancers in the subject through radiological and chemical agents were not successful. Increased aggressiveness have led to isolating the subjects. 2 subjects suffered violent epileptic seizures and died. All remaining subjects terminated. So, and in the very last one, they are ordered to transfer all the forced evolutionary virus research to the Mariposa military base. He plans to continue the project experiments on volunteer subjects. I'm against this and would like it noted here that the research on human subjects is not recommended by myself or my staff. So this is like the pre-story to what's happening in the Mariposa military base. They started off as a pretty benign experiments on worms and ended up being forced experiments on humans a couple of years later in the military base. So that was interesting. I'll take mentats and try to talk with this computer now that we fixed the electricity. See if well, no. 4 intelligence wasn't enough. I'll use my last mentats as well. I don't think we'll need it to beat the master. Grant me access to the mainframe. Access denied. Yeah, okay. Didn't work. 2 wasted mentats, not good. Okay, at least we're getting some experience from these robots here. So I was thinking what else we could do to gain more experience points before we head to the master, and I realized we have a real score to settle with these guys. We killed the death claws for them, and but they didn't deliver on the promise of weapons, and yeah, we did the work for them, and they screwed us over basically. So I think that's a perfect start for the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.